Hi everyone, it's Vivid Bees and Everything. It's October and I will be treating for varroa mites in my honeybee hives. This is a great time for it since the queens are not producing much brood or taking a break from laying eggs completely, so the mites cannot hide under the brood caps and are all out in the open and easily targeted. I will be using oxalic acid vaporizer, which essentially creates fumigation inside of the hive. This kills the mites, and this treatment works best during the broodless periods and if the outside temperatures are between 40s and 50s. The oxalic acid is a natural compound found in plants like spinach and rhubarb, but this is the concentrated powder right here that I buy off of Amazon. And I will be using this vaporizing gun here from Jano's Easy Vap from Etsy, and this is a homemade version that's much cheaper than the one from the big bee supply companies. It's a really good idea to use a respirator for this operation with a bio filter, and this is just to protect your lungs if there are any vapors coming through cracks in the hive. Now let's measure out the oxalic acid. You will need a quarter teaspoon per box and eighth of a teaspoon for a nucleus box. Now I need to plug up the entrance holes, and I just use a wet rag, and this is to prevent the fumes and the bees from escaping while I'm treating and makes the treatment effective. Now you need to drill a hole in the back of the bottom board in the top and middle portion of it, and this is going to create entrance for the vaporizer nozzle. The best tool to use is a quarter-inch drill bit, and it's really the perfect size. If you are using screened bottom board, make sure the plastic board is inserted so no vapors can escape, and if you wish, you can plug the hole with a wooden dowel afterwards. Now I have set up the blue silicone cup on top of my hive here. It's filled with the measured oxalic acid for this exact hive setup. These blue cups come with the vaporizer kit, and I have plugged in my vaporizer. I have let it come to temperature. It has to come to the 450 Fahrenheit. I will press the blue cup into the top of the vaporizer upside down. This is a very important part. It has to be upside down so you don't spill and start vaporizing outside of the hive. And now when it's all the way in the hole, I turn it the right side up, and now the oxalic acid falls down into the hot cup and vaporizes and makes the fumes. And you see the temperature drops down to about 330, and you will leave it in until it comes back up to about 400. That's when the sublimation is done and you can remove it. It's best to do this treatment right before sunset when all the foragers are back in the hive. And this is the only treatment that I ever use. I use it in August and then I use it in the fall. And sometimes I will do one more treatment just before New Year's if it's warm enough. It usually is. And I've never really had any issues with this one. So see, now it comes to 400, so I'm taking it out and I will remove the silicone off of it right away. And this vaporizer kit also comes with instructions that you can read later. And look, see, the cup is empty. All of the oxalic acid has evaporated, so that's perfect. Now let's move on to the next one. So see, I have my cup set up here and measured for the nukes right here. So for the nukes, I'm using eighth of a teaspoon per box. So again, I go upside down. This is very important, and keep it upside down until you completely inserted it into the little opening. And then you can turn it right side up, and I give it a little tap just to help it fall down all at once, and see the temperature. You will see the temperature drop, and that's how you know it's working. So I've never had an issue with this one for the bees. I've never seen any ill effects on them, so that's really great. You can use this method as a single treatment, or you can treat 2 or 3 times in a row separated by 1 week, which covers any capped brood that may have been inside the hive. And when this evaporation is done, just keep the front entrances closed for about 10 minutes and then you can open them.